Hey, insight number 4. If you've been keeping up with the other ones, you know what we've been talking about. And I'm outside of my front garden again, enjoying that sun. Oh, it's just glorious. Gonna rain this afternoon apparently, so gonna enjoy it now. Section 93 this week. It's not that particularly long, so really think about what it is in here that the Lord wants you to know. Verses 26 and 33 are where we're going to go next. This links nicely with 2 Nephi 2:25. But this is about the fullness of truth and the fullness of joy, and how having a fullness of truth will bring that fullness of joy that I was just talking about in insight number 3. That fullness of joy is something that will motivate you. Not that you need motivation, you should be doing it anyway, but something that will help you, I think, is probably the better way to put it. That will help you to get up in the morning and keep going. Just to know there's a deeper meaning, rather than find temporary motivations, which are fleeting and can leave you feeling hollow. So, 26 says, "The Spirit of truth is of God. I am the Spirit of truth, and John bore record of me, saying, He received a fullness of truth, yea, even of all truth." Now it goes on there to talk about how truth is light, and that Jesus is light, and that in 29, man was in the beginning with God, just like Jesus was. Intelligence or the light of truth was not created or made, and neither indeed can be. So you can't make, like you can make a sandwich, you can't make intelligence. We are intelligence. We are light and intelligence as spiritual beings. Jesus Christ was, we are too. And then if you can find truth, which is in the gospel, which is Jesus Christ, if you can find that, have that testimony of it, that's where you're going to find the fullness of joy. Having that knowledge of the truth of the plan of salvation is what brings the fullness of joy. And that said, over in verse 33, it says, "For man is spirit, the elements are eternal, and spirit and element, inseparably connected, receive a fullness of joy." So we are spirits, and elements are eternal. So, and spirit and element inseparably connected. So this flesh that we're in is going to be resurrected. It will become eternal, and our spirits that were eternal will be with our flesh that is eternal, and they are inseparable and receive the fullness of joy. That's the plan of salvation. So again, it's not really about being happy, although that does make me happy. Fullness of joy is so much more than that. By knowing the truth of the plan of salvation and how this life works, which is the laws of operation, we talked about that 2 weeks ago? Last week. We talked about that last week. We can learn of the light, what this all means, and thereby gain a fullness of truth, which leads to a fullness of joy, because that is our purpose, to be joyful. And that's the 2 Nephi 2:25. Because we see the bigger picture, we are not myopic, we have a fullness. We're not short-sighted, we're not looking at what's just around us. We know that there's more beyond this, we know that there's goodness to come. We've seen it, we hear of it, we believe it. Sister Bingham, Jean B. Bingham, she said, "As we follow his example, we will begin to experience joy. As we continue on his path, we will come to a fullness of joy." And that's so true. We can experience a little bit. You continue on it and you get a fullness of it, because you get the whole picture, and it's cool. It's so good. Promise you it's good. It's quite easy in our daily lives to become myopic, and I still do this. I get like that every day. And some things that are really huge to me are still actually quite short-sighted. But they affect me on a daily basis in a way that can overwhelm me. So I have to sit and remind myself, don't be myopic. There's a bigger picture. The Lord loves you. Heavenly Father and Heavenly Mother are aware of you, and they love you and will comfort you. And always provided for. There's so much you can stress about, and actually you really don't need to. And actually Dave was saying that, because you know he's recovering from triple bypass surgery. He was saying that he's sort of got this new perspective on life and personal relationships, and he's got less space for those that are just going to bring contention, or that aren't really going to bring him light and joy. He's got less space for them. So he's not going to be rude to them, of course, but he's just not going to invite that into his life. And I said, I felt like that after I had bowel cancer. Sorry, let me see my eyes here. I felt like that after I had bowel cancer and bowel cancer surgery. Well, that's still bright, but hey, I just like, I felt, I want light in my life. And while I'm not going to be rude, I endeavour to not be rude or hurtful to others, although it happens, because I'm a human. That I don't need that in my life. I don't want that stress in my life. I don't need that anxiety in my life. I'm already like that enough. I don't need to invite more of it into my life. And there's beautiful people out there that I know, and I love them, but I cannot be around them for too long because it's just, oh my gosh, right? So be light and have light in your life. Having something really... Oh, Elise Jones, she was saying this too. She does yoga. She's an amazing woman. I love watching her do yoga. Very bendy. Just that, you just don't have space for contention. You don't want it. So you kind of find yourself cutting people out of your life, not because you don't care about them, just because you just can't. You just need to survive. You're going to invite light. Invite those people into your life that are going to bring light and joy. And I have so many of them. There's some amazing people I know that just bring me so much joy and so much love. And I hope you guys know who you are, because you mean the world to me. So thank you for that. Amazing people. But anyway, that was insight number 4. Kind of a little short, but you get the idea. We're going to finish off with setting our house in order. That's insight number 5, and I'll see you there shortly.